first of all, you smell funny, right?
I smell funny?
Yes, you do. You smell funny, and the niggas that I put, you can never touch. Even the white boys, you lame ass. Are you fucking serious? Get the
You see? And I was about to pause it right before that. I'm sitting here looking. In this moment, don't let no woman tower over you, gentlemen. Stand up. If she gonna stand up, you stand up. Get some space. Get some stand up and just get some space between y'all. Don't sit there and let no woman stand over you, point her damn finger in your face. You don't have to touch her or anything. Just get up and you create a boundary. All right? But don't let this, because now she feel powerful. You keep telling her, sit down, sit down.
Are you single?
Yes, I'm single.
Why?
I'm an intelligent person.
Oh my! You definitely have to explain that. But how does that relate?
I'm single. You want to know why I'm single?
Yeah, why you're single?
I think it's hard to find a partner when I have such a concrete perception of how I want to live my life, and it's hard to find a person to collaborate with me to help that manifest.
Right. So you kind of want a man to fit into your program. In a nutshell. That's why it's really hard.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna get back to that.
Yeah, we don't want to fit in one's lives, but
and your status.
I mean, I got to see something better though. Like maybe I could.
And so here we go. Let's stop it for a second. So this woman here on the left, all right, she come in, look like a bitter auntie. Just look like Kendra if she didn't make it out the radio station. And then the woman on the right, she giving like a young Erykah Badu, but she probably a harlot, but she giving earthy and soul. So we don't know.
Y'all stay tricking us. But shout out to her little headdo. I dig it. Headscarf, bring it back. It's cool. It's better than a daggone bonnet when you do it right. Long as there's something desirable up under there. And you right, Miss Sexy Sister on the left, she ain't lying. She said she ain't in a relationship because she's too smart. She's too intelligent. And that's true for her situation. Look at that scowl. She is too smart to keep dealing with the men that she qualifies for. She's like, I ain't doing it no more. I'd rather be by myself. That's smart.
Maybe I could switch the program, but I have to see something better. And the majority of the time, the average man doesn't show me better than what I can do for myself.
Oh, we're going to walk this back soon. Okay. And why are you single?
Pretty much the same reason.
We're not going to ask him why he's single?
I know he just...
Ladies first.
Oh.
Even when you're right, you're wrong.
But pretty much the same reason.
You can't find a man in your program?
Not... All right. So, all right. I guess not the same reason. I just feel like a lot of these people are not being honest with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you can't be honest with yourself, how are you supposed to be honest with me? Mm-hmm. And it's like I'm coming across it a lot, and I'm big on integrity. So it's like,
okay. So you find some lying ass men out here.
Yeah, I guess.
Good enough. Good enough.
There you go. Women are perfect. Her whole life, she's just been meeting lying ninjas. All right. So that's the story of their life. They can never hold themselves accountable. Why are you single? Because these men be lying. People say, okay, sounds good.
It's not the way they make it seem. For one, I don't believe that all these guys are just doing all these lying. I truly believe that if anything, Nug will withhold some truth. The guys they desire, these fast moving Hellcat Nugs with a little bit of motion, he withholds some truth, hit you with some bright eye hoodoo, and they tell themselves the lies. You dating anybody right now, Hellcat Nug? You know what I mean? I'm chilling right now. That be they, I know it. They be, I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm really feeling you right now. She gonna fill in the blanks herself. He ain't give her no damn answer, but he lying.
Go ahead, Shake. What you got?
Me, I'm single, but I'm dating.
You dating?
Yeah, I'm dating.
Sweet.
I'm not in any long-term commitments, but
would you prefer to be in a long-term commitment or?
When the time is right. But I'm enjoying the company I have with some women I'm talking to. So shout out to them.
How many first dates do you go on?
I try not to do more than 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm confused. How many first dates?
That's dates before sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
First dates means dates. Yeah, she means dates before sex. I try not to do more than 3 dates before sex. So But it happens sometimes.
Okay.
You got to nip those in the butt, though.
How many first dates do you go?
I don't date.
You don't date?
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed off the rip, the women are drinking. I guess that's a theme on these shows. Shout out to these shows. They got to get the women all liquored up and loose. All right, F and F, all these type shows. You know, they picking up, they got their little glass and they sipping. And then the hyena gonna come out.
I like shout out to this brother here. I like the way he playing this. He got it, he upbeat. He didn't take offense to the hyena on the left, trying to, get him to talk first. And he said, he said, I'm dating. He said, I got somebody I'm kind of entertaining on the regular. Shout out to her. That's dope. Ain't no lie there. See that? He even gave you, he said, I'm actually hunching on the regular to be exact. Shout out to her. Now you know. Don't be asking about first dates. I'm hunching.
But not right now.
Cobwebs.
Okay.
It's not cobwebs, but I don't. Yeah.
You don't.
I was in a relationship for a long time.
What's a long time?
9 years.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
How smart was that guy?
Off and on.
Off and on. Okay, that sounds tumultuous.
Yeah, it was tumultuous.
What happened?
I took a lot of accountability.
We'll see.
We just didn't work out. He was younger than me too. I will
How
give
much
him grace
younger?
for that. 6 years younger than me.
He was 6 years younger than you. Man, well, how old was he at the time?
He was like 24 at the time,
He was 24.
and I was late 20s. However, he had better qualities as a younger person than I saw in my peers at the time.
Motion.
Man,
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
you was robbing the cradle. Quit saying late 20s. You was 30 years old. You was 30. He was 24. You dated him. You was 30. He was 24. Then you said 9 years until you was 40, let's just say. And he was about 33. So you got all them good 20 hunchings. And then, like you said, he was ready to have kids. That happens a lot. You couldn't give him babies no more. We know how that go.
You robbed him of his best hunching years.
Yeah. She got all them hunching years. Yeah.
24 years old and healthy. My goodness. Yeah, like it's crazy. It's uncontrollable meat mashing going on. Look at that's why she's stuck like that. She's like, that's why she done. Some 24-year-old healthy whippersnapper was letting her every which away but loose. Kudakata got a memory. She like the next guy, I'm hypergamy. This is why dating is dumb. Glory to the Godfather. The next guy must match or exceed those hunching capabilities. And guess what? He most likely ain't coming.
And I actually still do
Wait.
Yeah.
You said he was 24?
He was 24 at the time I was in my
When you met or when you
23.
ended?
Yeah. He was 23 when I met him.
Okay.
And he was in his 30s when we ended.
Okay. You said you had a 6-year difference?
Yeah, we had a 6-year difference.
Damn, you was robbing a cradle. It's like
maybe, yeah. So I
Supervise.
did give him, so that explains the time, because I was giving him some like time to like do his thing or whatever. And it was a good type of relationship for me, because it was like it was kind of arm's length too.
And how long did the relationship last, you said?
Off and on, it's about 9 years.
9 years. Okay. And when did you end it?
Recently.
Like, let's say a year ago?
Yeah, less than a year ago.
She just gave out her age. I got all the information for you. Those who are good at math, there you go.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So, yeah.
But
I didn't catch it. I wasn't paying attention. I know. Hopefully, one of y'all in the chat was. And how old is she?
I didn't catch her age, but they just broke up. They did she in her 40s. They just broke up. She just broke up with 10 years. It's over. You set him up. He got all the practice he need. He done dealt with your attitude and your wonky ways. You done made him a great husband for a woman, and he done just release you back into these streets.
But all right, so I get that part of it. So you said you take accountability, and you're saying it was the age gap.
I think it was the age gap. Yeah.
You wanted a lot more.
Yeah. By the time he got to a point that I felt like he should have been at, he wasn't there. Like, he didn't meet that mark.
Okay.
And I realized it wasn't about his age. This is just the type of person he is.
Right. That happens. Yeah. Some people are just not ambitious. And
and it took me a really long time to figure that out.
Were you trying to build it there?
Time. I wasn't trying to build, because he was already at a point. He was already at a point.
What does that mean?
He fit where
Yeah, what we say, y'all?
Because you done got addicted to penis juice, and now truth knocking you smooth across your damn forehead.
Weenie juice. They said, why was you there so long? She was addicted to weenie juice. And then once she got damn near 40 years old, she wanted a family. And she said, no. And he probably either didn't want it with her. You see what I'm saying? So many variables. Or she like, now I want a high value man to raise my kids, and he only me. So I can keep hunching you even if I find a new man. You can just be my maintenance man for life.
Sisters, this is a warning to y'all, and brothers, this is game for y'all. You understand? If every time every time she thinks about your sexual encounters and it's a desirable thought, she ain't never going nowhere. But if more times than often she like, she get in that mode, she get hot in the butt, and she think about, he always let me down, he always leave me hanging, and it's not gonna work out. So sisters, if that guy keep hitting the back of that oven consistently, that's danger. If y'all ain't locked in like that. And brothers, if you want to keep him on the line, keep hitting the back of that oven.
He was accomplished to be a young person, but then he hit a cat and just didn't do anything after that. Does that make sense?
It does. It does make sense what you're saying, but it doesn't make sense to do that. And
right. I'm not excusing it. It doesn't make sense to do that, but it was the
and
situation.
maybe you didn't know, and that's fine, right? We learn sometimes our parents don't prepare us for what relationships are supposed to be like, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Mine didn't, right? I ran into a buzzsaw. I had a lot of bad things happen to me before I found my way, so I could understand it. I've made several mistakes, and the one thing that I've learned, the most valuable thing that I've learned, is you can't bring happiness to someone else. Happiness comes from within.
Absolutely.
And you can't motivate someone. Motivation comes from within.
I learned that a very hard way.
And I think that's a mistake that a lot of young ladies make. I'm glad you were at least transparent enough to say that you were the complete cause of that, because men do cap out. One thing I always refer to is the bell curve. And most men are always going to be average. It's always been that way since the beginning of time. It's always going to be that way. There is no deviation. There's always been the bell curves. There are some people who will excel, and there are very few people who will be like that. Then there's going to be a decent amount of people who suck at life, and then most of us are going to be the average, right? So if we were talking about incomes or something, what would be acceptable for you?
I mean, I'm not going to say like.
You have a number, because you're very calculated. You have a plan. At this point, you have it. You could say it.
I just want somebody to be able to.
Yeah, but you know what that lifestyle brings. Just bring the number out. Don't do it. Just go ahead.
I mean, like, all right. So I prefer black men.
Got it. And the average is what?
And I understand that black men don't earn the way that everybody. Yeah.
Yes.
So I would, my last partner was a black man, and he was like upper 90s because of the science and stuff like that. But like,
wait.
So why is that stuck though?
Wait.
Yeah, there's a lot of
math
holes in here.
He was in the 90s, like 90,000.
He might have
around somewhere around it.
She's so full of it.
You're a liar.
That's a lie. I hate when they come up here capping. First, they act like black women are making more money than black men, which is a lie. We out earn y'all. Then y'all act like everybody else is just making so much more money than black men, when it's not that far of a gap. We all hovering around the same when it comes to men. Obviously, we ain't the highest, but you're going to say, well, black men, when it come to income, they ain't like the other races of men. And, we got to just find one because it's tough. And no, stop the cap, Bonquisha.
Y'all, listen here, man. Y'all keep poking at men's egos and pride, and it's devastating for y'all. Don't do that. All y'all ninjas is broke, then go away. If that's how you feel, not about to spend my existence trying to impress you and prove to you that I'm better than these lies that y'all spewing. Heck no. Shout out to Media Man. He clearly debunked all this madness. He continues to. Shout out to Media Man. It's not true. Sisters, we make more than y'all. Y'all should be happy. That will satiate y'all hypergamous nature. That's a good thing. And whatever income gap there is between us and other men, it ain't that far. It ain't.
That's what I'm trying. They try to make it seem like black men earn about $50,000 a year and all other races of men earn at least $250,000 to $300K a year. The average, that's what the average, everybody besides black men average about $500,000 a year.
Insane. And you know, shout out to new stat came out. Supposedly 80% of melanated men making over 100K are with melanated women. So you're like, come on, man. Y'all need to stop trying to doo-doo on us. All y'all want to doo-doo on our pride and ego, but y'all want what's in our wallet and what's in our drawers. Y'all crazy.
Somewhere
You know how
that.
much he made too? It was in the group
Correct.
chat.
Okay, so he's making about 90 racks, but
His
you felt
paycheck
like
was in the group
he
chat.
wasn't where he was supposed
Or
to be
maybe
in
not
life?
90. I said that's where you asked me, not his, not his paycheck. You asked me where I would do in
Oh,
general
that's
with
what you
black
want.
men.
Okay,
Yeah.
good enough. Okay, that's not where he was.
His wasn't, he wasn't at 90K.
Okay.
He had a great trajectory though. But like I feel like with my thing, like, you know, I understand this economy
Right.
and
So you're asking for a man that's making pretty much double the average salary.
yeah.
Okay, good enough. Are there any superficial things that you like?
Superficial things that no.
So in that moment, like say, rest in peace to the Godfather. You're looking for a man that's making at least double the average salary. And without even thinking, he said yes. So you ask her, are you as attractive, twice as attractive as the average woman? Are you a dime piece? If the average woman is a 5, are you a 10?
Ooh, you asking the hard questions. Now you must be trying to get clawed in your face like the brother Jamal asking them type of questions. Guys, she didn't flinch. And now the brother said, you want anything, any superficial demands? You gotta start throwing demands, not requests, demands. Of course, today's modern woman is too worried about how her man looks. And it has no bearing on how he moves through life and his success. Y'all weird for that. Like, come on, why y'all want pretty dudes and then wonder why they be acting pretty? Just come on now, y'all weird work. Get a watch, y'all. I want him to look good. No, y'all sisters need to say, give me an ugly ninja. Shout out to my ugly brothers.
I mean,
So you would date a guy 5'5"?
If he's 5'5" and he's a gangster, yeah, I would date him.
What does that mean? He's a gangster?
Like he is who he says he is. He is a proud person. He has integrity.
See?
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
This is why our melanated sisters will continue to be the least married and remain forever single, because words mean things. And y'all just say stuff and think y'all can remix it. I'm going to change the meaning to a damn word. I'm looking for a man that's a gangster. Then she start talking about, they'd be like, oh, godly, integrity, sweet and kind, thoughtful, a thoughtful gangster. Yeah.
They want ghosts from power, but writing poetry when they get home from moving weight and knocking ninjas off. You know what I mean? That's just literally what they wrote. They want a ninja like Ghost out here doing all types of debaucherous activity. Then to make time, he can go to Anderson's Chocolates and bring you back home some, assorted chocolates and things. Here you go, my love. Here you go, my sweet. Don't worry, the blood stains on me. I'm just a thug.
He is loyal. People respect him. I would date somebody who's 5'5".
Okay. Does he have to look a certain way? Any personality traits? What do you expect?
I would prefer somebody who is progressively black.
Okay.
In regard to understanding everything that's going on with our political climate, who he is, his positionality as a Black American man in this world. Like I would like somebody to really understand and hone in on that and live through that, because I feel like as a Black woman, I lived through that.
I.e., vote blue no matter who. She looking for somebody who gonna align with her, or you gonna end up like Brandon Jamal if you come in the house talking about Jasmine Crockett or any of the Dems. All right, you have to align with her. So that's gonna keep our sisters single as well moving forward. The fact that they only want to marry and date men that align with them politically, and they got some wonky political views.
That sisters, for whatever it's worth, as an old married man, I ain't nobody. But yeah, that's a deal breaker. You can't be all staunch, the way they are. Oh, you got to vote blue. Yeah, that draws a divide in the household. Yeah, y'all, these wonky sisters be trying to withhold physical intimacy because you ain't vote blue. They made a campaign about it. Y'all remember? No voting, no hunching.
And I think that would be a good match for me.
Okay. So, I mean, outside of the money, which is I find to be wildly unreasonable. No, really.
But
Wildly
some
unreasonable.
like black men are earning,
There are some men that are making that, right? But that's exceptional. That's exceptional.
There's black men that are earning.
You're right.
Yeah.
What percentage of black men are earning?
That's probably, I would say that's definitely top 20%, lower than
Less
at
than
least
that.
like top 15 at the
Yeah.
at least top 15%, right?
Yeah.
That's exceptional. So,
People are engineers.
no, we
my
get it.
cousins are engineers.
We get it.
Like
Right. I
yeah.
understand all that.
My daughter's in school right now, in pre-med for medical, so she's gonna go into that. It's not
No, that's
it's
cool.
not like
I get it.
unfathomable to me.
It's not unfathomable, but
Yeah.
you have to be extremely intentional about it. And right now,
You're right.
you're not even willing to date, right? And the clock is ticking. And then
What clock is ticking? Whose clock? Like, what clock is it?
Men's
just
clock, the clock that men set.
biological clock.
Yeah.
Meaning
The
that-
What biological clock? I have my child.
Listen, the clock is ticking, but the arms ain't moving. All right, the arms is stuck at midnight, but the clock is tick, 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 but we stuck at midnight. All right, you should have been had a man. You talk about your daughter in college. That's her fear, is that her daughter will land a better man than her. So she will hold out. She like, my daughter in school, she around doctors. Ain't no way I can let my daughter walk in here with a high value man, and I'm married to some ninja that worked for UPS. You just a UPS ninja. I need more.
I never thought about that. Ain't a bad looking sister. Most likely her daughter, is a chip off the old Bonquisha block. Her daughter come home with 6'5", fraternity, cute dog, soon to be her surgeon. Come from a good family, already put together. He come in there, smell like expensive cologne. And man, she's a woman. She gonna look him like that's a fine specimen. And conflict of interest. She lonely, and this ninja all suave and saying all nice things. He trying to impress mom. Mom think that that he like her. And then y'all seen the movies. They stay the night and they, the daughter's boyfriend and mom end up in the kitchen late at night to get some orange juice. And then it get weird.
That I love and I never want to reproduce again. What's the clock?
So you
Oh, wait. So then you're not even trying to offer children? You could go ahead and get him.
So let me jump in this. So
Wait. You said try to offer children. Do you understand? I know we're not getting into politics. I understand that we're not getting into politics.
No, I said children.
But do you understand? But this is in regard to children. Do you understand what's happening in our country? Smart people would not be having children right now. No, right?
smart people would not be
What?
having children.
Are we for real?
Yes.
I think smart people are monolith. I
Wow.
think they
So
think
you
smart
want
people all
so
agree.
as much as you're into black people, you want the race to
Understand-
die off?
Our race will never die off.
It would never die off.
Yeah.
So you
Our
then you
race
just
will
want
never-
so then you just
black
want stupid people to have children.
Children.
So then we're just a bunch of stupid
No.
generation for
So
them.
no one should have children?
No.
So
Yes.
who should have children?
I think that
What
we
was
should.
the imposition to
So-
do so?
so- I think that people
So
who should
smart
have
peop-
children, who have the resources and the energy, the emotional regulation
Sound
to
like
have
smart
children.
people.
This country does
Mental
not
health.
foster people who are financially stable, emotionally stable, and who have the
Absolutely.
resources and the time, the compassion to foster healthy children. That's
Okay.
why everybody is depressed. Everybody's doing, you know what I mean? Like kids are all out of control.
Single
Everybody's
moms.
everybody's on welfare.
You.
It's a bunch of kids in the foster system. Why would you bring more in there
Okay.
for some man's ego?
Got it. So
You got to be human.
So
Sometimes I feel like
with
black
that,
men
right?
aren't being human.
so I realized you were robbing the cradle before, but at this point in your life, I would imagine you would go older, like a lot older, particularly if you don't want
No,
children.
not a lot older. No.
Okay. Well, what ages are you seeking?
I liked my younger person. I like the
Yeah, but you can't do that anymore.
yes I
Why
can. I could date
not?
another early 30s man. Yes, I can.
Eh,
She's going to. She likes young meat. All right, that's what it is. And she just gonna be, she's a side piece. She's a side piece right now, but when it's all said and done, her lane gonna be paying to play. She's gonna be stuck in that lane, just
You got to pay to play.
That's it.
She talking out both sides of her neck. This is how you know these sisters like this don't give any thought to what they're saying. They're just out here trying to make points and win arguments. She said, I don't think smart people should have children. And then he backed her to a corner. What do you think? Stupid people should have kids? She said, no. He said, so you said nobody should have kids? She said, no. Well, people that are, financially stable and yada yada should have kids. So you're saying only smart? My gosh. Just relax. Just say you don't qualify. Just say that. Why? Say, I don't qualify to be a part of the solution. I'm part of the problem. I'm a single mom by choice. I'm out here. She said all these kids in foster care, they all disgruntled and depressed. This is a result of the single moms by choice, not intact families, goof troop.
That's actually right. I can tell. I can show you on checking day 3.
I mean, listen, so just because you have access to men doesn't necessarily mean that they would want to be with you forever, right? So I think that's
why would you think that I want to be with men forever? I think it's hard for men. Like now I'm sitting here. It's not that you're being delusional. It's really hard for you to conceptualize that there's some women who do not put you at the forefront, who think that men are baggage, who think that men are like stunters of manifestation. Like I can't achieve the things I don't want with this male energy around. It's stale. And I feel like that's something that y'all really try to not y'all, I'm sorry. Some men really try to convince themselves that women don't put men at the forefront.
So I realize that there are some women like that.
Life is so exciting. Like life is exciting when you have resources, and this is for men and women. When you have resources, it doesn't matter. You're not sitting looking for a love, like a life partner. When you're healthy and you have resources and you have opportunities to learn and grow and evolve. Like men will never be at the forefront when a woman has all that access.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
No, Bonquisha, men will never be at the forefront when you are in no man's land. When you have hit the wall, all right? In no man's land, ain't no man taking you serious. You become recreational use, pump and dumps, all of that. So right now, she just...
You got to pay to play.
Or not even that.
Because you done got addicted to penis juice, and now truth knocking you smooth across your damn forehead.
There we go. So, alpha widowed. What y'all are witnessing is alpha widowed, and then they end up misandrous. That's a symptom. A symptom of being alpha widowed, you become a misandrous witch.
That hurt to hear. Y'all ninjas really think a woman got y'all men, at the forefront? She said, when you got resources, trinkets, and shiny things, you don't need no man. What is life all about? What is life? What is this physical journey all about? Is it about how many things we can acquire? No. Shout out to the pharaohs and them. They got even their stuff took after they buried it with them. It's about people. Life is about relationships. That's what it's about. It's about nothing else. So for you to sit here as a goofy modern woman and admit it, she said the modern woman's plight. She said we got too much access to things to care about humans. F the kids, F the men. Give me shiny things. Y'all broken.
All right. So I understand what you're saying, right? But that's not the majority of women, right? I realize that there are some like that. I've interviewed hundreds of women by now. And I've spoken to many women like that.
It's picking up. The wheels is turning in a lot of girls. A lot of young women too. Like you see this new movement. I think young women are even more hostile to me. Like, you know what I mean? They're not playing no games. They run a tight game, strict rules. It's not just something that's like, I understand that it might seem coveted right now, but I think it is a mentality that is growing immensely amongst women all across the board to decenter men and understand that they are not.
This is hysterical, man.
Yeah,
I want you to keep going.
I'll just have one more thing to say. Do you not think that this is going to be a detriment to
men have to evolve.
Forget the nuclear family. Then you have
men have to evolve. How are you going to do
society
it?
As a whole.
I don't. Men have to evolve. How are you going to do it? If you guys have to die off, because you don't procreate and no one reproduces with you, and then that's
Well, no,
what
that's not a
happens.
thing anymore, right?
Men have to die off.
China already has robots that can hold a baby for up to 10 months term. So we don't necessarily, and you don't really need the DNA of a female. So it's just one of the things. Like at this point right now, we don't necessarily need it to procreate. That's not a thing anymore. And within the next couple years with AI and robotics,
Yeah.
we got some badass engineers in the mix. So it's going to happen. That's not even going.
And what did I just say? Misandry. That was pure misandry. The hatred of men. That's what it is. These women become so broken and they done ran across, they done met their match too many damn times. She too hot to try and she kept running into him. And he been pumping and dumping. And right now, she ain't got no use for y'all. She like, all y'all the same. Y'all ain't ish. Y'all just lie and cheat and men ain't ish.
Decentering from men is decentering from family. And I get it. I get it. As much as it sucks, I get it. What is the saying? Folks hate what they don't understand. Our sisters don't understand this, obviously. So there's hate there. There's absolute hate. And people tend to want to destroy or delete what they hate. Hence, here we are. Y'all can just die off, she says. Don't understand you. Don't like you, scared of you. Desire you meet. But that's about it. Shout out to the sick fantasy of Amazonia. They are trying to live it out. They just won't meet and then discard us. Where do that leave y'all? I keep telling y'all, ladies, if all the men perish off of the earth, the wild animals are going to converge on y'all. That sounds wild. Like Jumanji. It's going to happen. Try it. Test the theory.
That part. And like you said, shout out to Sister Olawa. They keep talking about decentering. You know, they ain't decent. The only thing they decentering is that meat. They are centering meat up in their kudakata. So yeah, that's about it. But when they get to talking that, you know, that's that Cynthia G, the Kingless Queen. You know, they go to some of these spaces for that message because it makes them feel good.
Y'all sisters really don't get it. Like male testosterone, our pheromones, keeps the animals at bay. They ain't scared. They smell us and they won't come around. If you get rid of all the men, they're going to smell y'all and they're going to come see what it is. And they'll say, ain't no men around. There's no threat. There's no danger. The nature will consume y'all. I'm telling you.
I mean, a woman like her, the only men that's in her DM are the men she don't desire. That got to be a terrible feeling. And it's nothing you can do. They don't have even enough money to pay. Y'all got too much pride. Y'all might have money, but y'all got too much foolish pride. So the only men that be hitting on her is the men she don't want.
That's gotta suck, ladies. Y'all all horned up at home off that box wine, watching freaky Tyler Perry movies, and your inbox full of 10 ninjas, and all of them give you the ick.
Going to be a thing, right? There are already people who are having test tube baby, right?
Mhm.
This whole what we're doing right now, surrogates and IVF and all that, that's like just the prelude to what's really to come, right? We are now coming to an understanding that we don't necessarily need the opposite sex to procreate, right? So that's not the problem. But I just think that the way the country was built and what we stood on was the nuclear family, and maybe that dynamic could change. But what I'm telling people that is going to be ugly because women don't appreciate what it is that men do.
So you guys, you spit out a lot of facts and you're saying a lot of things about the connection between men and women. Do you realize that men benefit more in a marriage than women does, health-wise and everything? Like men benefit more than women.
Health-wise?
Yeah.
Are you going by that?
Women? No, that is a fact.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
I've already
Give me my
debunked that.
phone.
You can get your phone, but if you really look at it, if you
That's
really
why I
dig
don't
into
do
it.
podcasts unless they have
No,
them
I'm
fact
telling
checkers
you,
right here.
I've already checked this fact. I've done it live on podcasts where I brought
No,
the
not
stats
from
up.
podcasts. No, I'm talking about I go to school. I do periodic reviews. I look at scholarly journals. I don't just look at other podcasts to see what other people are talking about. Women don't benefit in marriages. Men benefit more. They live longer. Men live longer in relationships when they're
mutually
with
benefits from
women.
divorce?
Women die faster when they're with men.
It's mutually no.
Thank
That's
you.
not a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah,
That is
that
a
is a
lie.
fact.
That's a fake.
One
study.
second, because
I'm telling you. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll read it.
That's why I don't like to go on a
Fake
podcast
study.
that don't have
Fake-
fact checkers here, because that's what niggas
fake
do.
study.
Well,
They
I'm
talk to
telling
each
you, I've
other
already
and they
debunked
don't
this shit.
listen to
It's
other
exact
people.
fact. I heard them.
So
You already debunked it. So who told you that it was a fake study?
It's not a fake
Telling
study.
you, I've already looked into it.
there's
I'm
propaganda
bringing it
studies.
I'm
It's not.
Of course it is. Most of this stuff be propaganda studies. Like, think of women live better. This, like you said, you could maybe talk about life expectancy, but that probably ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You talk about happiness and do better and all this. Stop. From a woman who has never been married and desires it. But y'all all desire something that's not good for y'all. Okay.
Men benefit women. You know, my goodness. That makes no sense. There is no event in history that proves that position, that men benefit more in marriage. Like they say, I think but no, it's mutual, man. We are made for one another. That's the divine balance. We done got so selfish. Folks really think, oh, I'd rather do this by myself. No, you don't. You don't. Stop it. Women need men. We created this world. Y'all are insane. The couch you sitting on, the roof over your head, the electricity flowing through the wires. Men perished and built these things. Stop. I'm gonna look that up. How many over the course of recorded history, how many men compared to women have perished in construction? I'm about to look that up. Tired of y'all.
Yeah, that's what you say to save your ego.
We gotta understand that there was science. There may have been a study after that, but that wasn't a fake study.
So this is the gender warfare we got over here. She said she's a vet, right?
I am. I'm a motherfucking problem. I promise you, I'm ungovernable. It's over for y'all.
And that's exactly what a man of value wants. She's exactly what a man of value wants, an ungovernable woman.
Fucking ungovernable.
Yeah, she's, oh my God. Like everyone's just gonna be a line around the corner of men waiting for that. I want to say this though.
How much money do you earn?
I don't know. I'm a YouTuber. I don't know a lot of money.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've been with lawyers. I've been with doctors.
Okay.
I've been with white men.
You've been oh my gosh, she reached the top of the mountain. She's been a white man.
Divested.
Oh my
I'm
God.
divested. Unfortunately, I'm divested.
And you just talked about how we're on the thumb of white supremacy.
Yep. And I'll
so
tell
what, you
why,
want to control the thumb?
You want to control the thumb? You want me to get into it? There was a point of time in my life.
Man, she gonna say, now she trying to pocket check you. Now, at this point, they done backed her to a corner. Shame, insults to guilt. All right. Now she talking about, I'm fact checking. Y'all need to pull out some facts. Pull out your phones. We ain't doing this podcast talk. Then she trying to say, how much money do you make? He said, I do well. And she said, well, I date lawyers. I date doctors. I date white men. Listen.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts.
This is a bed wench. Yeah.
Y'all women like this, these kind of women are terrible. 90% of the construction hard labor workforce is comprised of men. Men make up 99% of all construction fatalities. My point in bringing this up is we built this thing that y'all don't want us to be a part of anymore. Literally, we built it and perished in the process. And y'all like, good job, get out. And so I'm triggered. This is insane. Kid brought this up. Y'all are, and it wasn't the fancy suit wearing lawyer. It was the blue collar man y'all continue to poop on day after day. That ain't good enough. It's mind blowing.
So here we are. Yeah, women like this, they ain't going nowhere. They gonna keep coming up on the internet, rage baiting. She up here, I'm ungovernable. Yeah, can't no man. Yeah, he said, yeah, that's exactly what men want. This, and she's broken. Once these women become broken at this stage, all they got is misandry. Only time you're going to get any femininity is when you knee deep in her kudakata. That's it. The only time she's going to be soft and feminine is in the hucklebuck. Other than that, they are evil.
That's it. Yeah, you got to have too much meat. You can't come with just enough. You got to have too much. All right. So look at her. Look at this. Men, hear me well. This is the universal sign for this is not a wife. She is pointing her. Look at that face and that finger point. How much money you make? Absolute disrespect.
Life where I felt like black men were failing so badly. I was very young, so I was 19, by the way, too. So I was a kid. But that I thought that black men were failing so immensely that I did, for a moment, see how white men marry easy. White men help their families easy. White men their wives benefit from their partnership easy. I did see that, and I was caught up in that idea in regard to how that white men might they do it better than niggas don't figure it out early enough, and they waste time, blah blah blah. So I went with the white man, but I realized, because I take accountability and everything, like all of these, this was a systematic way of thought, and I shouldn't have thought. I should have understood why black men are the way they are, and that all the systematic, the domino effects to put them in their situations like that. And the only reason why white men are the saviors for the moment is because society allows them to be. So once I deconstructed that, I went back to black men, and I'm here to stay.
I want to make a point because I don't even want to touch that. I think the internet's going to touch that for us. But I think you said that
if this goes out,
you said that
you might have to cut this part.
Yeah, you got to cut her part. Yeah, cool.
Nobody got cut nothing. It's the funniest thing in the world. We don't watch Brother Trey. We be watching Trey up here week after week. And the first time he asked him about white women, they ain't got nothing good to say about white folks ever. No sisters. Oh, white folks this, white folks that. As soon as they ready to throw some shame, right? It's sign language. Oh, y'all need to be more like white men. Y'all see how Becky live a soft life. Yeah, y'all need to be more like the white man. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. And then in the next breath, white people ain't ish, this and that. Which one is true? Do y'all want to be Becky? Is that why y'all put the wig on? Y'all don't act like her. Start acting like Becky. You might get some results. I don't know.
Feminine much? Yeah, start acting feminine. Y'all don't want Becky's plight. Yeah. Listen there, it is socially acceptable in a culture for Brad to go upside Becky's head to give her some straightening. See what I'm saying? Yeah, they get away with that stuff over there. We shan't not. Y'all don't even get it. Your black male counterpart is so soft and kind to y'all. Y'all don't even get it. Yeah, there are videos online of Russian men, pale-faced men going upside their woman's head, wop wop, and then it's acceptable. You won't see that with us. So carry on, whatever. Keep demonizing us all you want.
What she said was some bullshit, but you
what I said was some bullshit.
Let me explain, because you held the mic.
You're very sensitive.
You held the mic.
She's
I've been taking my turn. I've been taking my turn.
Yeah, she's extremely sensitive. And I grew up around boys. Like, I know sensitive boys.
Yeah.
I have all the boy cousins.
Oh, so sensitive. I'm gonna cry after this podcast is over.
I can look in the eyes and see who really got it.
Oh my God. No. I won't be able to sleep at night thinking about, oh my God, if I could only be with a woman like her. Anyway, but the point I want to make, right, is this.
You think the internet gonna grind me up?
Oh yeah, they're gonna chew me up. They're gonna chew me up. You said that women don't benefit from marriage. You said
no.
men benefit from marriage. Was that correct? Okay. Who benefits from divorce? We do?
The woman, if the man has money.
Okay.
The average nigga does not have money. Nobody's going to get anything from divorce.
7 out of the 10 richest women are the beneficiary from marriage, right? Whether it was death or divorce.
There are women who become billionaires from divorce.
Why are you talking about billionaire concepts? You're an average nigga. What are you talking about?
I'm not an average dude.
You are.
I'm not an average nigga.
Trying to illustrate the point that
the point I'm trying to make, and that's why she thinks I'm sensitive. I'm not
talking about cussing. Alimony is paid by how much percent?
But
it's like 93% men.
Alimony is for white men. Niggas don't pay alimony.
What?
We
already know the news channel she watches.
Yeah,
we know the news channel.
Alimony.
But here's the thing.
Yes, we do.
Are you paying alimony right now?
And there you go. These could be difficult conversations, gentlemen. You're talking to somebody who is not looking to take in any new information. So it's really not a conversation. It's just you slinging poop. You're going to say your point. She's not going to listen at all. And then she's going to say her point. And then you're going to listen and then rebut it. But she's not going to take in the new information. they are staunch. So it's misandry.
And cantankerous. She said, "I'll hush up. You talking about billionaire concepts. You an average ninja." And he said, "I'm not." Yes, you are. Where do you go with that? Just, and this is the problem, ladies. Look, y'all pain. Her pain is oozing out of her eyeballs. She has pure hate. She is so damaged and fractured, she can't even sit here and have a civil conversation. Well, this sounds, she could say, well, this sounds like, billionaire concept. Are you an average guy? And get some answers and try to carry the conversation instead of just being aggressive and insulting. Everything she says from this point on is aggressive and insulting on purpose.
What's the percentage of black men marriage in this country? And then tell me how much y'all pay alimony.
Hold on.
Tell me what the percentage.
This podcast is going to. This podcast is going to be.
Because if I don't want anything to come out, it ain't coming.
Well, because you're embarrassed. Because you're embarrassed about what you're saying.
I'm not embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed about what I'm saying. So you can use whatever I'm saying. You can put it out. Okay.
You're a very insecure person. You probably thought that I was going to be. You're not used to women like me.
I am not used to masculine women.
I'm not a masculine woman. I'm so soft. Exactly.
You date young men 6 years younger than them. You want them to be gangsters.
That's not what I'm saying, bro.
He's 5'5" and want him to be a gangster.
That's not what I said.
If you're not a gangster, he better be white, because white people, they marry.
That's not what I said. He's so insecure. That is all projection.
I'm just projecting.
That's all projection.
But I want to make this.
This is more so a figure of speech.
This is the point I want to make, though. This is the point I want to make. We talked though. She said women bend.
You're not married. You don't have any kids. You're a YouTuber. I'm a veteran. I'm a widow because I was married, right? I have a daughter that I put in one of the best schools in this country, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say how much I make money, but I make very good money. I'm a contributor to my community.
And I still want
I don't want you.
And I don't want.
Listen, you can be all that. Shout out to my veterans. She claims to be a widow, maybe alpha widow, but you talk about you making money. Granted, you can say whatever you want. One thing we know.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts.
She's a rage baiter. She's good at it. Obviously, that's why she's on the show. Shout out to them. I don't think it's staged, but they got her here for a reason. And the other woman co-signed it. You hear her? She over here talking about, she said gangster. She said, no, that's not what she meant. She meant professional. How in the hell can that y'all misinterpreting what she meant to say? She don't mean it like that. She said that was, jeez.
She says a figure of speech. It was a figure of speech. That's not what she meant. That ain't what she meant. Look at her. She is absolutely terrible. And she got the brother, he kind of triggered. There is no, and here's the thing, I ain't going to say be a hypocrite. There is no real defense against what they up against. Like, I don't know what to do, but in the debate, because it ain't even a conversation, just end it. She won't stop. She just keep going. Oh, I did this. I was in the service. I'm a veteran. All these things. And she said she was married. She said she is a widow. When were you married? What was the ages? Yeah, because see, she up here playing and joking. You a brutish military sister. Shout out to the military, but god dang it, the stereotype stands. All right, golly, look at her. You is a hardened woman. When were you married? You just had a situationship for 10 years with a young whippersnapper. At what point was you married? And the relationship ended this year.
And I don't want a woman like you.
And women don't want men like you. And he's upset because women are becoming more like me. And he's not like, it's not the thing.
My dad always told me that a man is not going to argue with a woman.
Absolutely.
We're having a discussion. I'm not arguing.
My 6-year-old, the young boy that was 6-year-old wasn't back and forth like this. I'll tell you that.
She didn't stay with him.
So, all right. So let's get to that part of it. So I do understand that there is.
I'll never forget you.
Right there.
I know
you're the reason why I don't date.
I'm going to forget you. I'm going to forget you.
You're the reason why I don't date.
This is going to be a race out of my mind.
Because you done got addicted to penis juice, and now truth knocking you smooth across your damn forehead.
I told y'all, alpha widowed. You're the reason why I don't date. Men like you, these women will get triggered by men. I'm trying to tell you, man, they'll get triggered by your beard, the way you wear your hat, your shoes, anything, your watch, it triggers them. because you remind them of a man that did her wrong, some lying ninja, and they have PTSD from meat. It's wild.
It's a fact, Jack. It's a fact. Sisters, again, heed the warning. Don't be out here free hunching on guys you truly desire. Because once your cooter cat get a taste of that, it won't take that. It's like being on drugs. Like you hit me with that crack. Don't be trying to give me no dang on Tylenol PM. No, I need that rock. I need that re-rock. I need the back of that oven hit at all times. And that's where she is. She like, yeah. She like, you over here look like the ninja from Division. All right. No, you the reason why on date 9. They had me in the huckabuck shaking and the shivering. I'd rather be bitter and lonely with my rose.
Do you see this? This is the reason why I don't date.
Are you saying that men like this?
Masculine men.
I earn more money than him. He's a YouTuber. He's my age. He's almost 40. And he's a YouTuber. Like, come on now.
You don't know what I earn.
You're a YouTuber.
Have you seen my channel? And the millions of views that I got?
Doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay.
Can you fly me to Fiji? I can fly myself to Fiji tomorrow.
I just came back to Africa from Africa.
Boy, bye.
And yes, we got Fiji money. What are you talking about? You don't know me.
I know you. I've seen you 1,000 times. Like, I know you.
So you've seen my content before?
No.
So then what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
And that's
Sir, hold on.
No,
hold on here. Because here's the issue, right? Women like her overtalk men, and it's fine. And we're gonna let the footage reveal that, right? We're gonna let the footage reveal that.
No,
but we've sat here quiet.
We
sat quiet while she went on long rants.
And
I tried to interject at time. But I was like,
I'm
no,
not that. I'm actually a softie.
Okay,
he's so soft. He's foaming at the mouth over a softie.
Just one
I'm not even a hard girl, and he can't take me.
I think you're hard. I think you're hard. I think you're very hard. I think you're very hard. But I understand you. You know why I understand you? Because I listen to you. And what I've heard from what you said is that you like men that are.
You don't understand.
You like men.
We cut from such a different cloth. Nigga. You do
not
understand.
Just be quiet for 1 second, right? Just let me talk. One second.
I'm only quiet for people I respect. I respect men. I will be quiet for you. If you want to,
so this is what I'll do. Let's give him 1 minute, and then if you need a rebuttal, it's on.
Yes, is that okay?
No, I'm answering it as I talk to men I respect.
Okay. Anyway, so I understand women like you, right? There's a lot of propaganda telling women that you're exceeding men.
I'm talking about lived experience. He's talking about propaganda. That's what I'm saying. He's a young boy in his mind. So like, I'm a grown woman with lived experience in real life. He keeps telling me propaganda. I'm telling him my real experiences. He's telling me that how I'm feeling and how I'm internalizing it is propaganda. He's a child.
I get it. So just give him a minute. We only gonna give him 1 minute, and then I'm gonna give you your time to rebuttal.
All right,
and we won't allow him to interrupt you either.
All right, got you.
Okay. So I understand women like you, right? You've been sold this reality that it's not true, and it's fine. It's fine. You sold the idea that only men benefit from marriage, but we tried to make the point to you earlier on that women actually, the only way they could get divorced, last time I checked, is if they were married. And most of the wealthiest women in the world became wealthy through divorce. That is true. So I've never heard of a man become a billionaire through divorce. But we've heard of women that became billionaires through divorce.
White women become billionaires through divorce. What are you talking about? Like, this is not our conversation.
So if you could just forget it. Go ahead.
This is not
let her go.
There you go. She ain't trying to take in no new information. So these conversations are what they are. I think we all should know that by now. We've been up on this internet too long to think any majority of these women are going to have a real conversation. It's going to be sign language, need to be right, stuff like that. Is what you're seeing. So he dropping facts and she like, that's white people stuff. Y'all ninjas broke. Just typical sign language. And she ain't even willing to take it in. So she got her point.
Salute to the brother. Salute to the brother for keeping us cool. Salute to him. And she ends every egregious, insulting statement with a one-liner insult. He's a child. He's a kid. He's soft. He mature. He's insecure. And he ain't flinch. Salute to you. Because the demon that is in her, she's trying to see if it's in him. She's like, I got a spirit of hate. And I got to see if you guys, I'm going to try to get it out of you with this sign language. And if he got any hurt or real contempt or insecurity, that kind of sign language will get it out where he be like, hold up. You see what I'm saying? And get it and try to buck up, but he playing it cool. Salute him.
You can go ahead.
Like, what is he talking about? We're talking about relationships amongst us, right?
Okay.
Like he's putting in statistics and scenarios that he's not even a part of. Like where do you pull
That's
out
my fault. I
these-
brought that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't understand what you part of. We're talking.
I was going that direction.
We're talking about real people. That's why I don't like talking to YouTubers. I'm a real person. I pay taxes. I'm an everyday average person. I'm a civilian and I'm a vet. Like I understand the military life and things like that. Like I want to have real conversations with real people about real concepts.
And YouTubers, we're from Mars. We're not real people.
So how about this? How about this?
I just don't respect anything
we
you
do
have to
understand.
say. I feel like I've done so much more.
You don't know me. What do you keep telling me? You keep telling me about me. You don't know me.
Hold on. Let's get past that part because
like, you're screaming it. Look at you.
I don't think that's going to really go anywhere. But I do want to get somewhere with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we're saying that there is something wrong between the relationship dynamics between men and women, how is it possible for us to bridge the gap?
It can't, because if she wants to lead, men won't follow.
I think we can. Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question?
We're gonna let her go. Then you got it right after.
I think
we're gonna let her go first.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. So I think the problem with that is we have to be realistic about whether or not men are capable of leading, because we're not going to just go blindly follow after someone that we deem incapable. So it's a lot of these men that sit here like, follow me, follow me, follow me. A real leader does not have to tell you to follow them. You're going to see the way they lead and naturally follow.
Yeah, once again, y'all talking about nug.
No bread, no water, just meat.
I love when they do this. Yeah, y'all ain't leaders. That's because y'all are not attracting these high-value, resourceful men. All right? These well-to-do men. Y'all only attract nug. And then y'all project and say, all y'all men are like this because I don't attract these men y'all claim that y'all are. You sitting here talking about good men. Where they at, though? We ain't attracting them.
Well, have we learned this year, at least, when Bonquisha's not having her way in the world, dating, careers, jobs, everybody's involved. The job market is bad when she ain't having a good career. All ninjas ain't ish when she's alpha widow to the moon and back. But when Bonquisha gets her successes, when she gets her CNA certificate, if she does manage to get married, that's all on her. She did her big one. No, you did your little one. You don't qualify for a leader. Like I said, who am I? You don't qualify. You ain't worth it. Stay behind. You are dead weight. You're going to slow me down. You can't follow instruction. You too bullheaded and broken, and that's okay. Just get out the way.
So the problem is a lot of these guys, they want to be like, oh, I'm a leader. And the reality of it is you're not. And you wonder why these women are not following you is because you're not a leader. You're not even showing none of these characteristics.
It's the delusion of the reality that men are.
I have women that follow me.
There's this delusion of a reality
and I feel like that's another thing
that isn't conducive with the real world anymore.
It's a difference between women and females. So
rules
I feel like
everything.
That's a difference.
Money rules everything.
Wow.
It's getting so cutthroat out here.
I'm glad you said that.
It's getting so cutthroat out here that money is over everything. Your mentality and money. If you're not on the same page in regard to how to overcome these obstacles that are amongst us during these unprecedented times, nobody has ever seen things like this in this country and throughout this year.
I agree that women feel like money is their god. Money is their god. They worship money, and this is the problem.
Because money gets you out of fuck niggas like this. You don't have to deal. You don't have to deal. You have the choice to live in your own truth, be in your own energy, and do the things that you want to do until you die without ever having to deal with the counterparts.
Right.
Like,
do you believe that the men of value, that these top 9...
What men of value? Nobody cares about those men.
Holy hell.
You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
She's having a full crash out. I get it. This is like a child who didn't get what they wanted for Christmas. And they mad as hell. They didn't open all the gifts under the tree. Every time they open up a gift, a lump of coal, another gift, another lump of coal. And now she's sitting here mad. No gifts, just bitter.
Listen here, man. Who done dropped the ball on creating the Dr. Noun doll? Because, man, oh, man, what a gift. That should be a gift for all our big back friends, a Dr. Noun doll. You pull a string, he's going to say, you're not going to starve. You're not going to fade away. So what you get, she is so triggered. I want to see her fully implode because she on her way. She said, Who cares about high value, man? Who cares? She there. She there. They done reached her boiling point. She said, I don't care nothing about these desirable high value men. Because I can't get one. To heck with them all.
Men don't, it doesn't matter. Bad bitches don't put men.
You're not a bad bitch. You're not a bad bitch. Calm down. But do you believe the men are making more than
you are a coward. You're a coward. I know gangsters. No, listen, I want you to understand something because I told you this before. I know gangsters.
What does that mean?
And I'm looking you in your eye right now. You're not.
I'm not a gangster.
Nigga, no. And you're not a gangster. And you're also a coward.
Why are you
and
upset?
you don't like women because I don't.
Women.
Because
I don't love black women.
You're
Dark skin
so
women.
insecure.
I love dark skin black women.
You're inadequate.
I love dark skin black women. But I don't like masculine women.
And that's another thing they've been drinking. So, like I said, it's like dinner for schmucks. I think the men are on board. I think this is the desired outcome. The women are the ones. So when Divine say that, I don't think these guys have an issue because it's content, right? It is what it is. But they gonna give these women drinks and let them crash out for the money. That's what the clicks and views and clout, and it all comes down to the mighty dollar. So mighty dollar comes with women crashing out. It's a simple business model.
And you got to be able to manage the lions and tigers and bears of the circus. And it seemed like they got it under control. Yeah, because my goodness, the sister on the left, she is dark. She said, you're inadequate. She turned around. She said, all this sign language ain't working. She said, let me turn in position and start pointing in your face and calling you inadequate and a chump and a coward. She is throwing the daggone sign language kitchen sink at this brother. She like, I'm gonna get a reaction out of you. Stand strong, brother.
Not masculine.
Like
I'm telling you the
black
truth.
women.
You're a child. You're a
Okay.
child.
Okay.
You're a child.
You're allowed to say that.
You're a child.
The point I'm trying to make
You're
is,
a child.
here's the men that make $9,000.
You're a child.
That want to date this.
I have
Who wants this in their household? Who wants to come home to this?
whatever.
It's funny.
Who wants to come home to
Plenty,
this?
thank you.
All right, wait. Okay, time out.
Who wants to come home to this?
Plenty,
How
thank you.
about we get back?
But-
Let's get back on topic. I don't want to take
And it's not just
I don't
black.
want
And I
to
think beautiful women. I think black women are objectively the most beautiful women on the planet.
He's a pander.
But when
He knows what to say. He knows when he's doing a white tactic. He's doing a white boy tactic. Let me tell you something. How he's doing a white boy tactic. I'm about to get in my politics right now. Let me tell you how he's doing a white boy tactic, right? Because he's telling you he loves all the superficial, all the superficial things about black women, right? But he doesn't understand, like when black women. What did Malcolm X say? The black woman is the most disrespected and unprotected woman in this country,
Yes,
right? And when we internalize that and we do that like that and whatever, a real nigga would have compassion about.
And here we go. That was 60, 70 years ago, and it was true. In 2025, it's not true. Y'all are the most protected. Y'all are the most disrespectful. Y'all are the most uncouth. All right? Y'all went from the least protected to the most disrespectful. That's crazy. And she just sitting up here challenging them. It's the sign language. The next thing she gonna call them zesty. That's her final ace and joker in her hand. So she keeps saying the white man thing. You want to be white. Yeah, you act like a white man, this and that. She trying to trigger you. You act like a white man. She like, oh, this ain't working. You're zesty.
She told him, be a simp. She said, you're not falling to the simp column. Malcolm said y'all need to have sympathy and empathy for us because we're so unprotected. Like you said, Miss X, that was then. Different times. Not now. How y'all know? It's video recorded in 4K. These is out here physically accosting white law enforcement officers. They ain't scared of God himself. So look, they sure as hell ain't scared of no man. Look at this. Let's tell the truth. Look at that brother sitting in the middle. If he was to crash out and become physically unstable, he could be done with these two sisters real quick. They ain't scared of nothing. Pointing in his face, calling everything but a child of God. You sound very much protected, sister. Very protected.
Well, she seems like she don't need protected. You are very much so brolic. You don't need protected. Shout out to the brick lady. All right, go and show me a video from the Malcolm X times back in the 60s or the 50s or the 70s or any time where women were talking to men like this. Show us the video, Bonquisha. That was a different time when women were actually respectful to their men. All right. Show me a video from back then where you see a black woman sitting down talking to black men like this. Show me.
Yeah, and it get on my nerves. Like, I don't mean to sound weird, but I don't really see height. But if I gotta analyze them sitting on this couch, he don't really seem to be a tall brother by women's standard. And I believe that's a reason why they begin disrespectful. Today's modern woman, if she sees she is taller, more broad and robust than you, she'll poke you in your forehead and just like it's nothing.
How black women represent themselves in the tight game that they run, right? A fuck nigga from the Caribbeans will ostracize you. Will ostracise you and make you feel like, oh, you're angry, you're this, you're that. No, I'm not that. I'm telling you something. And before you air this out, you're gonna, because I didn't know that I was gonna be in the presence of someone like this, and that's what I told you before I got here. I don't like these fucking type of niggas. I told you that. And I
caused you to behave.
I'm going to Grenada. I'm moving.
I mean, it's a new day. Rest in peace to the Godfather. I would say virtually all these women are aware of these internet spaces, and they are broken and jaded. So if you're going to bring them on your podcast, they already got a perspective. They're waiting for an end. They waiting for you to say one thing that they disagree with, and they going to launch, and they ain't never going to land. It's up and it's stuck. And that's what you get with these podcasts with these broken women.
Best thing you could do is play it cool like he is. I don't know what else to do. Just let him go. Yeah, like there is no negotiating with these terroristic types. Let them go. You invited them over here. Let them go. Well played, but you got to deal with stress after I talk to you bad. They bring a bad energy to the room, man. Like I said, you just got to be firm on your square. It's laughable if you are, a solid brother as he appears to be, because she going after his ethnicity, everything. Some F ninja from the Caribbean. You understand? She like, until I get my claws in you, I won't stop. Like you said, it's up and it's stuck.
That's what
Renata. It's called Renata.
I'm gonna say Brenda because I don't fucking believe anything.
That's absolutely fine. But she believes that men of value want this. She believes men of value want this.
Nigga, look, first of all, you smell funny, right?
I smell funny?
Yes, you do. You smell funny, and the niggas that I fucking fuck with, you can never touch. Even the fucking white boys, you lame ass nigga. Are you fucking serious? Get the fuck out of here.
You see? And I was about to pause it right before that. I'm sitting here looking, and when she stood up, I'm looking at him. Hold on.
Niggas that I fucking fuck with.
In this moment, don't let no woman tower over you, gentlemen. Stand up. If she gonna stand up, you stand up. Get some space. Get some stand up and just get some space between y'all. Don't sit there and let no woman stand over you, put her damn finger in your face. You don't have to touch her or anything. Just get up and you create a boundary. All right. But don't let this, because now she feel powerful. You can tell her, sit down. Duh, Jesus.
I'm triggered because ain't no way. See what I'm saying? Yeah, like you said, stand up. You know what I'm saying? Let her feel that energy. You're gonna have to feel what another. I can't finish my statements. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's go time. You don't stand over me. You got to show me that you this tough now. I live by that. I believe in administering justice at times. It's my belief. You want to be this bold and stand over a grown man? You get a prize.
Yeah, man, it's just a unfortunate position. Ain't much he can do. Like I said, we just seen Brother Brandon Jamal get jumped on. They can lash out that fast. I would say get up, go on the other side of that table, where that chess table at. Get up, step on the other side, and ask him what's going on. Because you don't put your hands on her. This is live. You going to jail. So no matter, you can't be too emotional as a man. She's over. You see, she's overly emotional. You got to bring all the logic in the room at this point.
You got to be a bad mother sucker. She smacked at his hat. Ah!
You can never touch. Even a fucking white boy, you lame ass nigga. Are you fucking serious? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. See, I told you don't bring me around these nut ass niggas. I make too much money. I make $350,000 a year.
So then represent yourself like. So then represent like.
Represent
yourself like professional.
All right, I see they had Yam Cam. Where y'all at in the back? All my yamologists. What we got?
Don't bring me around these nut ass niggas. I make too much money. I make $350,000 a year.
Yam Cam. Nah. Yeah, look at it. There you go. Leon, what y'all doing? How many of y'all putting y'all face down there? Who doing a face check? All right, who deep diving?
I ain't buying it. She just stated she make $350,000 a year. $350,000 of things. And you come up here in some ashy gray jeans. Them ain't no wild design. I ain't even trying to hear it. And ninjas gonna show their bread. You got on white socks with black boot shoes. Hey, sister, relax. Just relax.
Represent yourself like. So then represent like. Represent yourself like a professional woman. Sit down and have a conversation.
But you keep intending like you gotta.
Nah, she called me a child. She's allowed to call me a child. She's allowed to call me a child. She called me a fuck nigga. A child.
All right, listen. Can you?
You're blocking the camera. She called me. She's allowed to call me a fuck nigga or a child.
You're talking about a camera.
You're allowed to call me a fuck. Hold on, answer me first. She's allowed to call me a fuck nigga and
They
child.
don't
Bitch ass
care,
nigga.
brother.
I know
All
gangsters.
that after you was antagonizing her. This is what I'm saying. You've been saying little slicks and you've been
You're still beautiful.
her.
You being black. You're still beautiful being dark skinned and black. I find.
Fuck up.
Yeah, shut that fuck. Yeah.
You're so beautiful for being dark skinned and black.
I still like. I'ma still like black women after this.
For fucking 2 fucking weeks.
I'ma still like black women after this. I'ma still like black women after this.
Black American men after this.
Okay.
Black American men, the Malcolm X's.
Okay.
Fuck these niggas.
Yeah. There you go, folks. This is what black men have to deal with.
No, you was antagonizing. It's like you.
Okay.
You would never fuck me. You would never fuck me.
Why would I never said I wanted to.
You would never fuck me. You would never get a bitch.
You would never fuck
Pull your
me.
bitches up.
You would never
Pull
fuck
your
me.
bitches up. Shut the fuck up,
did-
nigga.
This woman is foul. She claims to be a mother. He said her daughter goes to some prestigious college. And you on the internet acting like this, embarrassing your whole family, and your grandkids one day gonna see this. Yeah, look at grandma crashing out with her funky kudakata.
That is a very telltale sign. When women ever say something like that, you will never F me. Like she is saying you can't have, like, that is wicked. And it don't go over the way they think. You can't F me. You can't get a woman like me. You wish that was true. You wish that were true to satiate your dark, broken heart. And it's not. If she really made $350,000 a year, if she really was fulfilled as she's putting on, she wouldn't have the energy in her to be so enraged and frothing at the mouth. She been sipping on that truth serum, and the truth is coming out. Salute to that whiskey. Got her talking the truth. You is broken and bitter. Congratulations, you played yourself on the internet.
This is a moot point.
I thought you said
matter.
I thought you said
like, it don't matter.
You say you're professional women.
YouTube ass nigga. I'm 40 years old. I'm a YouTube. Where your 401k, nigga? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Where's your 401k?
Where your 401k, you YouTubing ass 40-year-old ass nigga?
Hey.
We out, T. Stupid ass.
Oh, with an ER.
Yep.
With an ER.
Listen, I got lawyers. You don't want to do this. So you want this, like, let me see this tape first. Where's that contract?
It's out here. I got lawyers. Well, you better lawyer up. You sound like Kundra. All right. I got lawyers. Y'all better not air this. It's been aired and it's out here. People reviewing it. All right. No, you play silly games. Now, I'm sure your daughter's friends probably seen it. It's viral. Yeah, now your job. Oh, that great job and all this money you talking about. Let's see how good business is booming after this.
Idiot. There you go. Hear me well. The gynocracy, if you play your cards right, as they did, it will crash on itself. You see, the internet ain't got nothing to say about these brothers. I believe the main host should have kind of held his brother down a little bit more, but nevertheless, they really ain't got nothing to say about him. The only wild, wonky words echoing through the air is theirs. Them brothers ain't say nothing. They ain't have a chance to. And now
They
she
called out the sister Olawale. Like she said, start pressing charges. That's why I was saying about Brandon Jamal earlier. Well, we were saying, nah, let her go. No, you have to set a standard. Now here's the bar now. Put them people in their life because they will snowball and they think next thing you know, the next guy, nothing happened, she gonna do it again. It's gonna get worse. So we must do it. It's unfortunate.
It is. Hurts the heart, man. It does, but something's got to change. It's for y'all own good. We sound like parents about to spank our kids. So y'all own good. Y'all got to keep y'all hands and y'all feet and y'all fingernails to yourselves. Or else don't deserve nothing with that wonky leather coat. Talking about $350K. She look like she got that leather coat from freaking Goodwill from the 60s. Look at that thing.
And there we go. Like I said, would like to know what she talking about. She can be talking about passing through her hands. You know, she might have $250,000 in overhead.
There you go. Because, yeah, see what I'm saying? Because when they talk about it, they make it always seem like it's pure profit. That's a lot of money. Unless, like you say, you got $250,000 overhead. That's typically how small business owners roll. That's the game. Ain't nobody out here getting rich.
Where that contract? You don't want to do this. Let me see it first.
Wow.
Bitch, I told you. I told you want to ride up here. These niggas is not ready for me.
And I didn't know because he was low-key antagonizing. I ain't even gonna hold you.
It's my fault.
Yeah, you're a corny nigga.
I know. I'm responsible for bad behavior.
We just had this whole conversation about how males and females are wired differently.
So why is that allowed bad behavior?
It doesn't have to do with allowing bad behavior.
Your daddy was in your life.
He wasn't, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, he wasn't, right?
Was he or not?
He was.
Okay, well.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even talk about. She thinks she knows me.
Because his daddy probably told him to come over and think that his little nut ass is better than black Americans.
So don't take it personal.
I don't take it.
That's why you was throwing your little shots all night, and that's why she on emotional.
I'm throwing my shots all night. So I'm at fault for her behavior. Black men are responsible for the behavior of women.
And wherever she at, she done got comfortable. As you see, she done took her jacket off. I don't know what's going on. Here it was on, and then she come back into the frame a few seconds later and her jacket off. Like, she getting comfortable.
Or about to start swinging. She told him to suck her meat. That's crazy as heck with her feminine stuff. She said, I'm so soft. I'm a softie. Then rocking her right there, she talking about she invited him to her phallus like she got one.
That part. So for that, bone Quisha to the pit.
No more glaze for you, mean monster.
Madness. Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me? Ooh, child,